Hello everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to work on a counted cross stitch or a stamped cross stitch. Sorry, not really counted, stamped cross stitch. This is a 4-pack kit I got off of Amazon. I saw my friend Davina on her channel. She was working on a stamped cross stitch kit, and so I'd never tried one and I thought I'd try it. I'll link to Davina's video. She's Malachita Stitches, and so today I'm going to work on this design, this one. And so I have my fabric here, and it comes with 2 needles in it. I'm going to take those needles out. All right, put those aside so I don't injure myself. Okay, I have my schematic in case I need to refer to that. Let me get everything else out of the way. I'm piling everything. Okay, so this is design D. So let me get my cards for D. So here are is my floss card for D. There's 34 colors. So let's see here. And I believe, there goes my cat. Oh geez, okay. I believe, let me double check. All right, so the one thing is, and I had to just double check, it doesn't tell you in these instructions, but in the Amazon listing, it says on 11 count to use 3 strands of floss for stitching and 2 strands for any back stitching. And there's my cat. Come on, cat. So I am going to do that. And let's see where I usually start. Okay, there's my cat. Oh, excuse you, sir. Let me get so first you have to get the fabric off of the cat off the fabric, or the fabric from under the cat. Come on, cat. Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to start up at the top. And so up at the top, it's the yellow box. And the all yellow box is number 26. So let me get number 26. Oh, he doesn't like that. Number 26 is right here. And there's 2 spaces. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 strand off, and I'm going to separate it into 3. All right, and this other half I'm not going to use right now, so I'm going to stick it back on the card, because I don't know how much floss they give you, if I'm going to have enough or not enough. I'm just going to stick it back on the card. There you go. I still don't know where I put that other needle, but the good thing is that this number here, these numbers, these are DMC numbers. So if I run out, I can buy DMC. I am interested though. This is DMC 3743. I wonder how it compares to the actual DMC. Let me get my DMC out here. So this number 26 is DMC 3743. And honestly, the DMC is a little grayer, I would think, than what's in the kit, but not bad, not bad. Okay, just gonna put that aside. All right, first I'm going to cut this in half because I don't like working with floss that long. All right, so I just cut it in half. I'm going to thread my needle, and I have these threaders. I purchased these off Amazon. All right, so one thing I've seen when I've seen these stamped cross stitch pieces worked is I've seen people doing kind of what's called the sewing method, where their hand always stays on the top of the fabric. Now, I've used the sewing method when I've stitched, I'll link to some other videos where I've used the sewing method. Basically, I've used it when I stitch on linen, and it's fine, but it's not on linen because the fabric is so flimsy. I have to really be careful of my tension, and sometimes I'm too tight with my tension, so it doesn't always work well. But I'm going to try this. So I've seen where they run the end under a couple of the fabric or a couple of the threads. You pull it so it's now I cannot do the loop start because I'm working with 3 strands. Well, technically I can, but I don't want to. Okay, so now what I can do is kind of want to start, so I'm tacking this. I want to stitch over where this end is, and I can do that by, let me think in my head what I want to do. Okay, and that's the thing with the sewing. Sure, that's fine. I'm not really too concerned. I think that'll be stitched over. Okay, and this fabric is very stiff, so I think it'll hold up well to kind of manipulating it this way. And now I want to go up here to finish. I want to do this top yellow, so I need to go up there. And also this needle is kind of sturdy, which is good since the fabric is so sturdy. I'm just gonna end that there. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Let me close up in there for you. So that is a few of the stitches. You kind of see the tail there a little bit, but I can either trim that, or when I go to stitch the red, that'll get stitched over. All right, let me get back in, find a hole. And that's what it looks like on the back so far. You can't really tell because it's such a light colored floss, I think, but even in. And right here, I'm gonna stitch on this, but I also need to get that yellow right up there. So I'm going to stitch this one a little differently so that I can grab that yellow stitch or that yellow box up there. Okay, so now when I come down here, I'm going to be completing the second leg of this, but I need to get into a place where I can then go back and do the And then I'm just going to end it by running the needle under some stitches in the front here. Oh, oops. I forgot I had 3 threads. So I didn't grab all 3. Let me grab that. And that through. There you go, that's a start. Not bad. I do feel like underneath here, this stitch right here, you can see the blue that was printed. But it said after you're done to soak it in hot water, and then I'm guessing the printing should come off. So yeah. All right, not bad. What's the red? 17. That was pretty easy to do. Let's work on a little bit more because I have another length of 3 of that color because I had cut it in half. Again, I'm going to use my threader. Works really well for this because this has a bigger hole, a bigger eye because for the needle. So let me, I'm actually going to, so I'm going to start by running the end under a few of these threads. Do you see how, let me focus in. So this stitch and this stitch, the threads on top are vertical, so I'm going to run my needle under those. Just the vertical portion, so the top. Run it through. And then I'm going to go down. I don't think it matters which corner you go down, but I'm just going to go down this corner here. Not pull it too tight because I want to make sure I have some of the tail still tucked in there. And then I can't do that with my left hand because my left hand doesn't. Then I'm going to come up right there. Again, not pulling too tight because I don't want to pull. But actually, when I pull, I'm kind of tugging at it. You can see it's not moving this tail end at all. So that's nice. Okay. I'm going to go back down there. And that finishes the first part of that leg. Come up. Okay, now I can start and but I am going to trim those off there. I could have probably pulled those a little bit more, but So and I want to catch this yellow stitch up here. So I'm going to come up now. It's kind of hard for me to just do the stitching method because I wasn't catching that right. So I'm just going to stitch this one regular, which is putting my hand behind the fabric to grab it. But now I can go back to almost feel like the hole of the eye of my needle is maybe too big because I keep pulling my threads out of it. Or I need to make sure I'm holding on to my threads when I that worked that time. So it helps to kind of fold your fabric so that where you go in, it's kind of folded Do you see how my fabric's folded there? And then as I move down to the next row, I'll kind of fold it. And the other thing I need to make sure I do when I come up, I don't want to come up over this thread, because what'll happen is, and I'll just show you, if I come up over, then I kind of am making a knot there. It's not really a knot, it's just, that needs to be flush on the fabric. Oops. I should come down to the next row. There you go. When I start to get near the end here, I want to try to stitch as much as I can, so I'm going to move it so my needle is as kind of close to the end of my floss as I can while still making sure that I have enough on the other side of the loop to actually loop it. Let me do this lonely stitch over here. These are sometimes called ninja stitches when they're just one little stitch by itself. This isn't too ninja because it's kind of close by the other colors, but I feel like I can finish this row, and then that'll be it for the floss, because I need to go down to actually finish it, and then I can come up. I wonder if I come up in the middle versus coming up in another hole. Let's try coming up in the middle of those two there. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna lose one of mine. Oh. can't really see what I'm doing. And then just run my needle under some of my stitches. Let's run under all 3. Go. And there we go. See that? That was pretty quick. Yeah, I think that was pretty quick. I'm interested in, I mean, this is fun. This is a different take on a craft I really enjoy doing. So I think it'll be fun to see how this progresses. All right, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you have a good day. See you in the next video. Bye.